Hey everybody, it's Infinite Drift and welcome back to the Survival Let's Play series. In the last episode, we built ourselves an armory and a blacksmith and filled it with villagers to give us fully decked out tools and armor. In today's episode, we're gonna gear up some more to fight the dragon, which means we're upgrading our gear to netherite. And we're also gonna decorate our nether portal today. So with all of that, let's get into it. Alright, before we get started on anything, I think it's clear that I need to kind of clean up some of the mess I made in the past episode. Cause yeah, all this track around here isn't looking so pretty. And let's definitely clean up this mess we made when we were rolling for villager enchantments as well. Alright, this area has been cleared up and it's looking a lot better. However, maybe now would be a good time for us to connect our village here to the rest of our base. And of course, we have to decorate the path to make it fit in theme with the rest of them. Can you tell I'm just finding reasons to avoid going into the nether? Okay, but for real, before we head on our adventure, I want to spruce things up a little bit in this area. This big patch of land has turned into a little bit of an eyesore, and I think one way to make it look better is to add some crop fields to it. And I want this area to look a little bit more overgrown, so I'm going to do that by making the fields more random and patchy. And then let's add a couple trees here and there. What was that noise? Ah! Ah! Oh geez, oh geez. Ah! Ah! Why can't I hit them? I'm so bad at this game. Oh no. I guess it's been a while since I slept, which is weird because I always do in this game. I'm a big baby. And of course, now there's a creeper chilling in my field. Get out of here. Go away. Don't ruin my crops.
See ya.
Alright, no more surprise mobs. Okay, now that we have some trees planted, let's add some shrubs around the area as well. I also like adding things like piles of barrels, hay bales, campfires, and even some rocks because it makes the area feel more immersive. And lastly, let's add some coarse dirt to the edges of the path to blend it all in a bit better. And with all that done, this area is looking much better. Even if it's not always functional, it's still nice to spend some time on the spots that connect your areas together to help make things feel more alive. Alright, now that we've had a nice chill moment of base maintenance, except for the phantoms, let's get started on gathering netherite. And the first thing we're going to need for this is a ton of beds. I honestly built this sheep farm a while back mostly for aesthetic purposes, so I'm happy that is now actually serving more of a purpose. Alright, let's just start making as many beds as we can. I'm also going to make 2 chests right now, and let's drop this in front of the nether portal so we can stash a bunch of beds here so we're not constantly running back and forth. I honestly really need to do something nice with this nether portal, but I've also done enough stalling for one day, so we'll work on pathing all of this stuff out when we get back from the nether. Alright, with an entire inventory full of beds, plus an entire chest, I think we're ready to get some netherite. So I hung up my good armor for safekeeping, collected some old pieces, and made some new stuff that I don't mind getting destroyed. And with that, I head into the nether on the hunt for ancient debris. This is the worst place in the world. Alright, I think we need to get out of the basalt delta. Probably somewhere over there is the best bet. Get out of here. I sent that back with an arrow! That was so cool! I always forget gold when I come to the nether. Alright, I think I've just got to keep digging down until I reach around Y8 to Y17. And with that, I began digging my way down through the netherrack. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh, there's two. Okay, let's go. So I grabbed my first 2 pieces of ancient debris, put them away for safekeeping, and started tunneling out a spot to mine more debris. All right, I think that this is probably good to start with. So I guess now we just start blowing stuff up. All right, placing the first bed, and oh, I was not prepared for this. Oh no. All right, any ancient debris here? I don't see anything. Moving on to the next one. I acknowledge that I am very bad at avoiding being hit by the explosion. I'm working on it. Oh. Yes, we finally got some. It's only 1, but at least it's something. Uh-oh. Oh, that was so close. Whoops, there goes my shoes. My pants. So I continued on blowing up beds, gathering ancient debris, while clearly never avoiding the explosions. Oh no. Unfortunately, I lost some good gear, but luckily I had stored my 9 ancient debris in a chest, so with whatever gear I could find now equipped, I continued on. And slowly but surely, I gathered enough ancient debris for a full set of armor. Honestly, I don't want to do that again for a long time. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, I made it back home safely, And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad that I lost toothpick. And, what was the shovel called again? I think it was just shovel. Either way, I guess we're gonna have to make some new tools. But I'm really thankful that I didn't equip that good diamond armor that I made the other day, because it would have been gone and we would have had to start all over with that. Also, when I went to go get my axe that I tucked away in a chest, I found 3 more ancient debris that I had stashed there earlier. So that's a win. All right, now that we've got all of our ancient debris, let's melt this down into some scrap. And let's also get the gold that we need for this as well. And now we wait. It's done. Let's go. And let's make ourselves some netherite. We'll grab this diamond armor, and now it's time to upgrade all our gear. Yes, we did it. This is so exciting. And we also have 2 more left, so we can upgrade 2 of our tools as well. All right, let's go over to that epic spot on the hill so I can film myself looking really cool while I put this on. Wow. I look like a massive nerd. Anyway, now that I've got this armor, we're gonna put it to good use by building something. But before we do that, we need to go get some XP and make ourselves a new pickaxe and shovel, because we'll definitely be needing those for our build. Down into the mines we go. So I spent some time hanging out at my mob farm and gathering some XP. Alright, 30 XP should be enough, at least for the pickaxe. Let's head on up. So I made myself a new diamond pickaxe and shovel, grabbed the enchanted books I had, and head on over to the enchanting table. Fortune 3! That's exactly what I needed! And I named this pickaxe Toothpick with the number 2. Wow, I'm so funny. And we'll worry about the new shovel later. So with all of that done, it's finally time for us to fix up that nether portal. Okay, so I'm gonna start things off by clearing up some of these trees so we can see what space we have to work with. And we can always replant our trees later when we have our paths laid out. Alright, this is the area all cleared out, and look at the nice view of the base we get from up here. Oh, I forgot that I had extra netherite in my inventory. Okay, I'm gonna quickly make my pick netherite, and the last piece we have I'll save for when I get a better sword. Anyway, back to the building. So I'm going to continue on by terraforming some of the land. I want to have a nice path running up to the portal, but the hill that we're on is a little bit too steep for my liking. So I'm going to turn it into more of a slope by widening out each level of grass. Oh yeah, this is looking a lot better. Now that the terraforming is done, I think we're ready to build this thing. So usually I have all my builds planned out in a creative world before I make them in my videos. And this one, yeah, I'm kind of gonna be winging it. So I hope it turns out okay. Basically, my idea for this build is to make the portal look like it's been built into this rock formation for a long time. The shape is already mostly there, so I think if I chip away at it some more and add some nice organic looking blocks, this could end up looking really cool. And these are the general blocks I would like to use for this build. So I think the best way to start this is to take away some of the blocks that don't really work with our palette, like this diorite. I also think this ground would look better if it was all coarse dirt, grass, and some rooted dirt. Now for the area around the portal, we already have a nice circular shape, so I think we just need to add other blocks to make it look a little bit more natural. And I'm going to start at the bottom by replacing some of the stone with the blocks that we used for the ground to give it more of a natural gradient. And then I'm going to move on to using things like tuff and gravel to give it a clean transition into the stone blocks. And you can already see that this gradient has made a difference. So now I'm going to swap out some of the stone blocks and replace them with some cobble and mossy cobblestone. I find that these blocks help make things feel a little bit more old and run down, but I always make sure to leave some of the regular stone in there as well because it provides different texture and works really well with the cobblestone. So I mentioned that I like the shape that's already here, but we need to make it look a little less perfect and a little bit more rugged. One way to give something a little bit more of a natural shape is to add blocks like stairs, slabs, and walls. You can add them to the already existing blocks, or just replace the blocks entirely with them. This helps give more of a unique shape as well as dimension to builds. And the last thing I did for the structure was I changed some of the dirt and grass around the top to match our block palette below. And I also added a bit of depth to the shape by bringing it out by 1 block. And I think that's it for the shape. I really like how it's looking. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is adding details. So I'm going to start by framing the rest of the portal with some leaves to cover up the obsidian, and I also add some nice movement to the build. Leaves are great for adding organic shape as well as framing things. After the leaves, I moved on to placing some glowberries, drip leaves, and lanterns hanging on chains. And lastly, I placed some shroom lights with moss carpets over top to give a bit of a glow to the ground as well. And I think we're done. Wow, I honestly really love the way that this turned out. It's pretty much exactly what I had in mind for the portal. And I think this would also look so cool if you had it in a cave base, especially in a lush cave. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. All right, now that we have our awesome portal done, I'm gonna head into a quick time lapse to finish off the pathing that will connect to our base. It's basically just gonna be all blocks from the pallet that we used for the portal. All right, let's go. And here is the build fully complete, and I love how this turned out. Seriously, it looks so cool. So I replanted a ton of the trees back when I was doing the pathing, and I think it really helps make this portal feel like it's an old ruin in an enchanted forest. And I just kept the pathing really simple and similar to everything else we have going on around the base. So I just added in some spruce fences, lots of leaves, and some rock piles. So it's been a long time coming, but we finally decorated our nether portal. And we got ourselves some netherite. All right, everybody, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed today's build. I had so much fun with it. And with all that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!